The next field that we'll be working with is the title field. So let's go ahead and open up the title field right here by double clicking. For this field, we are going to have our usual using statements. We'll need clip_air, deserialize, serialize, and fromster. Now let's create our structure. So we'll have our public structure. This one will be named title. It's going to have an option containing a string. Titles are optional for the clips, so the user doesn't have to include one. We're going to be deriving clone, debug, deserialize, and serialize. We're going to be using the same pattern that we did for the password field, where we're going to have an optional string. And so I'm just going to copy this new function from the password field, and we'll paste it in and make a few modifications. So we'll implement title. Then we'll have our public function do that we just copy and pasted in. We're then going to modify these passwords to read title. With the title, we don't have any possibilities for errors because I'm not putting any restrictions on the types of titles that we can have. So we'll just return self no matter what. And then if we get no title supplied, then we'll just return none. Recall that our generic type, when we have into option string, allows us to supply as a title either a none or a string. And then when we call .into, it's going to be placed into an option if necessary. In our function body, we're just ensuring that it's not empty. And if it's not, we return it. If it is empty, we'll just return none. And if they don't supply anything at all down here, we also return none. Just like the other types, we're also going to have a into inner function. We'll just get self.0 to get it out. And we're also going to do a default. The default title will just be none because we don't want clips to have any titles if none was provided. The last thing that we'll implement is fromster. I'm just going to copy the one from the shortcode. And we'll change it to read title. For our implementation, we're going to just use self new, and we'll turn it into a string. The title implementation doesn't have much to it, and now we can move on to the next field.